So none of us are a stranger to making a mistake. The very nature of being a person is that we are flawed. We make errors and we oftentimes do things that are contrary to the character we wish to be. And what I've found so interesting to observe within myself is that for as many mistakes as I make, and for as many mistakes as we all make, the biggest error that we have in our ways is one that we almost always neglect and don't see to be an issue. And that is our behaviour and the way we carry ourselves after we do something wrong. It's not uncommon for us as people to do something we wish we didn't do, be it for ourselves or to someone else, and to then enter this period of time after that where we are wallowing and we're acting negatively and we're continuing to portray these self destructive cycles as some form of punishment or expression of guilt for our negative feeling. Bad habits are very consistently formed off the back of one small thing or one maybe large thing going wrong that has perpetrated further mistakes, further difficulties. I'd like to place some emphasis on just how much agency you actually have when you make a mistake. If you realise that it's oftentimes more important how you show up after you do something wrong, rather than what you actually did wrong in the first place. We all do things at some point or another that we wish we didn't do for a variety of different reasons. And it's important, first of all, to distinguish that you are not your mistakes. You are not merely the product of your worst self. Humans are inherently nuanced, and you count for that too. We are all pretty good at observing ourselves via our mistakes rather than our good points. It's important we are nuanced with how we actually perceive ourselves. We don't just look at the bad things. And with regards to that, when you do something wrong, you're given a golden opportunity in many respects, the minute you do something you wish you didn't do, to immediately turn the table on that and to put a better foot forward. And when we realise that we have the ability, almost immediately after doing something we wish we didn't do, to change that and to put a better foot forward right off the bat, that drastically changes the way that mistakes, errors, and guilt actually affect you as a person. If you do something to someone that you wish you didn't do, after that happens, you have to, first of all, be comfortable with that you made a mistake. You did something you wish you didn't do. That can't be changed in respect to actually what has happened. But the way the person that you have affected or the way you perceive yourself definitely can, based off of how you show up after that. A lot of the time, when we do things that we wish we didn't do, we engage in this state of guilt that is far more destructive than whatever it is that put us there in the first place. If you spend an extended period of time acting in a destructive way because you did one destructive thing, then you are almost certainly going to cause more pain for yourself or for anyone via the things that come after that rather than the thing itself. If you feel like you are genuinely trying your best to be your best, we are strangely capable of actually being able to give ourselves that and to understand our own nuance. It's when we don't feel deserving of that that we have an issue and we find it difficult to actually have a positive self-image. If you feel like you made a mistake, but from that point you've genuinely tried to do better and be better, then you won't feel that terrible grief that none of us want to feel. Come here, dog. If, alternatively, you are prone to engaging in these consistent patterns of negative behavior that put you in a place where you are continually doing things that hurt yourself or for other people, then the image you have of yourself will continue to decrease. I think it's very important that we understand we have more agency to change our problems than we think we do. When it comes to making mistakes, the biggest mistake you can make is, ironically, to make another one. If instead of drowning in your sorrow for something you did that you wish you didn't do, you work hard at that and you realize, okay, I've done something here that I wish I didn't do. What can I do that changes that? It's remarkable how much difference that makes with regards to the experience of you or of someone else. It's hard to do, but like with everything, the only way we can learn and the only way that we can achieve things is to be willing to try. And with regards to ourselves, we deserve, given the complexity of life, the difficulty of what it is that we're trying to work out within ourselves. We all have this strange puzzle to solve with regards to our world, our existence, and our purpose. And given the difficulty of that task, we deserve to be able to make errors along our way. That said, if we continually do things that just put us back and compound issues, then we're going to cause a much tougher and harder life for ourselves than we need to. We don't need to live in suffering because of something we did 10 years ago, or something we did 6 months ago, or something we did even yesterday. There comes a point where we have to just roll with the punches more and appreciate that as time passes, we need to accept that nothing changes if nothing changes. If you make a mistake and as a result of that you make another mistake, then guess what? You're going to feel bad about that. If your sense of guilt leads you to make change, then you won't feel that sense of guilt again because you will have moved past it. You will have gone somewhere that you needed to go, that you needed to move towards. If you want change in your world, then you need to start doing something different. And if there has been a behavior or a pattern that you've noticed in yourself that doesn't serve you well, then you owe it to yourself to try and change that. It's not always easy to do. Oftentimes it isn't easy to do. But with effort and with persistence, you can certainly get a lot closer to achieving your goals and to getting over your troubles than you would if you didn't try. So, with that being said, I hope that you have the ability and the kindness to just forgive yourself for the mistakes you make, for the person that sometimes you are, and for struggling sometimes on your way to finding your answers in this world. It can be very difficult to exist sometimes, and you don't need to make it harder for yourself by not allowing your your own forgiveness and your own empathy at times when you need it. See you in a bit.